Hello there, little one. Shh, 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 shh. Calm down, calm down. I'm here, just in front of you. I'm not going to touch you yet. And I'm not here to hurt you. She's gone, all right? She's never coming back. She's dead. And you're safe from her. Now, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lady Arachnia. I tend to people like you. Slaves of masters and mistresses who were not kind to their servants. They sent me a slide of paper on which they explained what happened to you, and why they're sending you to me. I know you're disoriented due to the carriage ride, but if you can just stand still for a moment, I have a little gift for you to start us off. Here, this cane has a little ball on the end that can rotate while you hold it. You should be able to find your way around without bumping into anything. Why am I giving it to you? Well, so that you can walk around on your own, of course. I'm sorry for what I'm about to do, but the law says that I'm required to read your file and have you confirm the information is correct. If it is, I might be tearing open some wounds in your mind, worse than those on your body, and I promise that hurting you is the last thing I want. So according to this, you were first made a slave when you were 10 years old? For the first 2 years, you were trained in several ways until you were eventually sold to your first master, who had you fight other boys for his viewing pleasure. Not a good fate, but kinder than what would happen to you later. After 3 years, you were sold on because you were getting too old for your master's taste. You spent another year being trained and lugged around until you finally were bought by your mistress. And that's when it started. You were introduced to her sadism quite early, when she broke you in, which meant locking you, 15 years old then, in a dark room for several days, throwing food in and water occasionally without interacting with you. When you had stayed there for a week, she had you beaten by her slave master and left there until you stopped crying in pain. This remained a trend, as she treated all her slaves with disdain and sadism. A girl was found dead with her vocal cords cut out. Another slave with his Achilles tendon cut. And then you, who had burning hot candle wax dripped into your open eyes until you were blind. Aside from your body, which still shows the signs of repetitive punishment by beatings, cuts, and whippings, estimates that you lost all of your vision in your right eye and approximately 95 in your left. You stayed with her for 5 years until the police found her and killed her during a raid. Is all of this correct to your memory? All right, I'm sorry I had to do that, dear. But rest assured, it's over now and you're in safe hands. And I'm here to make sure you're healed before you go back out into the world as a free man. As I said before, I'm Lady Arachnia. I own a healing house funded by the government. It's a project in which victims of trafficking can stay for as long as they need for their scars to heal, both on their skin and in their mind. As the file says, you're too blind to see me in any amount of detail. So, I will describe myself and my house now, if you would like me to. All right, dear one. My hair is short and white, hanging around my head. It's trimmed around the neck level and forms a circular shape which reveals my face. I am wearing glasses behind which I have violet eyes, and don't tell anyone, but I don't need glasses to see. They're only there to give me an aura of control and wisdom. Either way, my lips are covered in a small red smear of lipstick, and my nose is reasonably small. My chest is covered in a women's-style three-piece suit, at which point we arrive to my waist. My lower body takes the form of a large black spider with 6 classical spider legs, around from which the greater portion, the 2 front, which seem to be merged. The version of spiders' back legs in humans. The spider part is a deep black with white stripes covering the upper part. Do you have some idea of how I look this way? Wonderful! Now, would you like to follow me on your own, or would you prefer me to carry you? I have to give you a tour of the home, and I feel like allowing you to familiarize yourself with it, with a little guidance, is the best possible thing to do. Whoa! Look out, little one. Are you all right? What happened? Oh dear, no. Your left leg is injured as well. I don't remember seeing that on the list. Did you get injured after being freed from her clutches, or did she somehow do this to you as well? Oh, an old injury from your first master. Understood. From the looks of it, it should be fixable with a small procedure. Not to worry. We're situated directly opposite a hospital. The ambulances come in on the other side of the building, so they're not going to keep you up all night. And any surgery you need is paid for. But until you can, at the very least, walk properly, it seems I have to get you around. Would you like me to get you a wheelchair so that I can push you? Or is resting my arms all right? Only if you're comfortable with it, my dear. We driders have very strong paternal instincts. Because of this, we are known to help those in need. There's accounts of driders saving slaves and injured children from a very long time ago, even before the Enlightenment. So, as much as our bodies may be unsettling to everyone, you should always remember that you are safer with a drider than any other monster. If you're ever in trouble, a spider will always know where the nearest drider is. And if you tell even the tiniest little spider what's going on, the chances are that they'll crawl over to that drider and tell them. And you'll be safe in no time. Now, please stay calm. I'm going to lift you up in my arms so that I can bring you to your room. There. I will bring you food and drink for the next few days. And the other slaves I have rescued are allowed to visit, but only one at a time. You need rest, little one. And you need to heal. And if there's anyone who can offer you that, it's me. I have great experience in this field. Although your previous Mistress is by far the worst I've seen. She has a total of 5 slaves, and somehow she managed to find time to punish each and every one of you for something every day. Her punishments were creative, as well as deeply appalling. A whipping would have been considered closer to a blessing than a punishment if I have read all of the things she did to you and to her other slaves. The list is terrible, so I won't read it to you. You've lived through it, so I don't want to open any more festering wounds in your mind than I have to. But you're safe now. She can't hurt you anymore. Never again. Now, rest your head. I'll lay you down in the bed and tuck you in. Tomorrow morning, I'll bring breakfast for you. And if they want to, the others will be allowed to meet you. As I said, one by one. There's no reason to overwhelm you, as that would only be counterproductive. Now, close your eyes and sleep. You're going to be all right. I'll make sure of it.